Good evening. Happy Sunday. It's still Sunday. It's 8:34 at night, but it's still Sunday. And for many of you all, you have celebrated Easter Sunday today. So I hope that today was as wonderful as you wanted it to be, and you are looking forward to another wonderful work week ahead. I know that I am. Big changes coming up for me this work week, and I am excited about them. But I am equally excited about our virtue of the week. Our virtue for this week is openness, one of my very favorite virtues. I have reflected on openness over and over again for many years. I believe that it is super, super important because we have to remain open for the grandeur and the abundance that life is. All too often, and I have said this quite a bit in the last couple of weeks, people limit themselves. We limit what we think we can have, what we can enjoy. We limit who we think we can be. And we are taught those things. Those are it's conditioning. It's not real. It's a dream. It's fake. There are no limits. And as I think about an Usher song. There are no limits, guys. I even think about Master P from New Orleans. There are no limits. And so openness is all about having an open mind to all the wonderfulness that life can present to you. If you're willing to be open, you close-minded or you're open-minded. And I hope that you guys are open-minded and that you are up to being more and more open-minded. I will tell you that I had some experiences this weekend that were like mind-blowing to me on this level of openness. The last 7 days, I have been concentrating on my chakras and my chakra colors. And so every day for this past 7 days, there's 7 chakras if you're unfamiliar, and there's 7 of them. And so every day I wore a color, which will let you know that I have a whole a very colorful wardrobe. So the first day was root chakra, red, and then orange, and then yellow, and then green, and then light blue, and then dark blue or purple, and then today is violet, the crown chakra. And I went to a shop and I bought this ring. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into all of that. I'll talk about that another time. But anyway, I had a mind-blowing experience around chakras and auras and my aura color. Being yellow, you see I got my sunflower behind me because I've, gotten into buying myself fresh flowers and keeping them in the house at all times. Again, all things about bringing forth joy in your life, learning the things that put a smile on your face, learning the things that, delight you. I sat outside today, for a little while, listened to some music. I burned my incense. And as I got up, I, disturbed a yellow butterfly. And I told my friend earlier in the week, I saw a yellow butterfly. It was just so beautiful. And today I saw another big, beautiful yellow butterfly. And as I moved around, it fluttered into the tree, and I just stood there and I watched that tree to see if it was going to come out again. And I was like, wow. And you guys know, I talk to you about the signs, that life, that the universe will offer to you to affirm that you're on the right path, to redirect you when you're not on the right path. And so that's what I'm hoping for us as we reflect on openness. Today's reflection is about transparency and honesty. And again, I'm going to tell you, as I am coming out of this season of self-awareness, of doing work on my sense of self-awareness. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. So forget that. But anyway, open and honesty. When I tell you about that, what I'm talking about is your level of open and honesty with yourself. And so the quote that I chose for us today is by Mahatma Gandhi, and it says, happiness is when your thoughts, your words, and your actions match. How does that relate to honesty and openness? Well, you know what? If what you're thinking matches the things that you say out of your mouth, matches the things that you do, that means your words match your deeds, match your thoughts, then you're being honest and you're being transparent, foremost with yourself, secondary with others. And this message is right on time because I had a situation, I had a occurrence that happened to me early this morning, and it put me in a state of I don't know. I felt like I was being manipulated. I felt like I was being lied to, just straight up. And I was like, wow, this message is right on time, because whenever we want to accuse someone else of being dishonest, remember that life reflects back to us who we are. I'm always going to go inward. So whenever I feel like I want to accuse someone of something, that means that I have work to do on that thing myself. So as it pertains to honesty and transparency, as it pertains to looking at whether my thoughts line up with my words, line up with my actions, that's when we know that we are being honest with ourselves. So if you're wondering to yourself, why am I sad? Why am I depressed? Why am I suffering from anxiety? Why do I worry myself and I can't get to sleep? That lack of joy and happiness in our life could be attributed to a lack of alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. You see a lot of quotes where people talk about when a person's words and actions don't line up. But for your own self, for your own reflection, look at how what you think matches up with what you say. Because that's when you know you're telling a tale. When you're thinking one thing, but something else comes out of your mouth, then there should be no question to you why things aren't going the way you want them to, why you aren't experiencing as much joy as you could. So what I want to request of you all this week is to be open-minded to the messages, to the opportunity for growth. You've got to be ready for growth. I saw a quote recently on Instagram or Facebook, and it said, you can't change a person who's not willing to see that they need to change, that there's anything wrong with their actions. Well, I wanted to respond, but I don't respond to things like that on social media. You can't change people, period. You can present stuff to people, and by that I mean just share you and your journey. And if they hear something that resonates with them, that they feel like they ought to apply to their lives, they will. And that's just it. There is nothing that you can do. One of the things that I have learned I'm just going to say as a life lesson, but most definitely recently, is you can't love somebody better. Ladies, gentlemen, you can't love somebody better. I don't care how big your love is, how grand it is, how shiny it is, how all-encompassing it is. It's nothing you're going to say or do. It's nothing nobody going to feel about you that's going to make them change. So I don't know why I have to say that, but I'm just going to put that out there. Anyway, I want you guys to be open to this journey this week, being open to the virtue of openness. I want you to be open to being honest and transparent with yourself and others. I want you to really take a deep look at the alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And how is that impacting your quality of life and your ability to choose joy? Buckle up, guys. I am anticipating that it's going to be a hell of a ride, and it's going to be beautiful. And on the other side of it, you're going to feel so much better, so much more empowered, so much more in love with yourself. And if that's what happens, then my work was done. So what are we going to do on Monday when we wake up? And this is in the email. We are going to be kind to ourselves. We are going to be kind to others. And we're going to gift the world the beauty, the warmth, the exuberance of that smile that you were blessed with. Flash it at people and make their day, because I promise you it does. Thank you so much for being on this journey. I love each and every one of you. Take care. Mwah.